Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to look at Git. What is Git? So Git is a version control software, and it was developed by Linus, the same guy that built the Linux operating system. In our realm of developers, let's say, we'll be using it for uploading code and sharing it with others. Git is great for doing that, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so here we're going to go to the github.com page and we're going to hit sign up. I am going to put my username in there, email address, and then a password that meets their criteria. And no, I'm not going to take any emails. I'm going to verify this, rotate this thing, hit done, select a plan. And we're going to go for the free plan. There's a free and a paid plan. The free plan, you just have to upload your code. You can't have it shared privately, only publicly. And then here I'm going to use it to host projects, collaborate, and then I'll choose other. And I'm interested in Swift, Flutter, JavaScript, Python, React.js, Node.js, and a lot more, but we'll just do that for now. I'm going to go to my Gmail. They send you an email. I already did this on my phone separately because but you'd hit the verify email address, and once you get to the page, you just go through the wizard or whatever process. So I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code now, and what we're going to do is we are going to do some test coding and upload this up to GitHub. So Git init starts that local repository for you, and then Git status shows you the status. VSC picked up that I didn't have a PyLinter, and so I just installed one that saw that what occurred into the terminal there. If I do a git status, we see that there are some changes that occurred, that this file isn't being tracked in my local repository that I started with git init. So I'm going to add it with git add all, and then if I check my git status, it says that there's a new file in the local repository, but there are no commits as yet. So we're going to commit that change with git commit -m for a message, and we're just going to say in here, this is the first commit, our first commit. And what we would do is we would typically type git push -u origin master, but this won't work because where is it going to push it to? There's no master, right? So we need to come out of here and go back into GitHub. We'll go into GitHub and add, there's a command on the site, it's git remote add, I believe, and then the repository name. So we're going to create a repository in here. So you go to the repository tab, and then you're just going to hit that green create repository. I'm going to name this one testing git, and then you want to add a description to your repository. And this, we're just going to put here a simple test for our new GitHub account, and it's going to be public. We can't do private because that's a paid service. We're not going to initialize this with a readme. You can if you want to, but it's just an introductory or an explanation. Git ignore is if you want to ignore any files. Maybe you're writing some code and there's some libraries that are not going to be edited, and it's shared across all the teams. So without having that committed, large repository committed, you just ignore those files. Okay, so here are the commands that we did. Git init. We didn't do the add readme, but we did the commit, git commit. And now we're going to have to run the git remote add origin. So that's for this specific repository. So let's do that. We're just going to copy that command and go back to terminal, and then we'll paste it in there. And then hit enter, and then that's fine. So if we do run that git push command now, then it'll prompt you for your username, which for me it's not current Jude, it's the dev life. Yes, the dev life is the username. Yep, there it is. So the dev life, and then I'm going to punch my password in after this. You won't be able to see the characters in the terminal there. Then I hit enter, and there we go. It just gives you a summary of what's been written and uploaded up there. So if I refresh this page now for this repository, I should see the source code, and there it is. This is our first GitHub post, testing github.py, and there's the code that we wrote in our script. And that's essentially the workflow that you would take. Let's just run this script so that you see it runs hello world. And we want to change this. We want to change this from hello world to hello GitHub, let's say. And we're changing this in the file. And when I save it, you see across there here, this is your GitHub or your Git tracking. So it realizes that, you know, your local file and your local repository have two different things. Your working file right now has GitHub in there, and your repository has world in there. So we're gonna fix this right now. So git status, that was modified, so we just need to add those changes and commit them. So we're gonna put a commit message, altered print statement here. And then we are going to push this up. So you see in the windows above there that now they're changed it's changed in the repository. So we want to push this from the repository up to GitHub with that same command, git push -u. Now let's refresh this, and you should see world change to GitHub here, and there it is. It changed. So that's the basic workflow. We'll get into things like branching and stuff in another video, but I just wanted to get your feet wet and introduce you into GitHub. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.